So we have made it to Wahlfield Trail. This is in Alpine, Michigan. I think it's only like 6.3 miles or something close to that. I haven't rode it yet, so I don't know anything about it. I'm gonna get the bike out and we're gonna see what it's about. So this is the start of the trail, and today is Saturday, so we have to go yellow. So this is pretty neat. It got dark in here. I also rode this trail yesterday, but the opposite way. I had the GoPro and time lapse. So a 35-minute video was in 4 minutes, and there's no way to put it back in real time. So I have to rewrite it. So I haven't rode it this direction yet because today is a new day. But it was pretty fun the other way. So I got to make sure I follow yellow though, because I followed red all day yesterday, so don't want to get caught on the red on the yellow day. A little slippery. And this is my first trail of the day. So I rode close to 20 miles yesterday. I think it was like 17 or 18. So my legs do feel a little bit sore. And I'm getting warmed up again right now. So after usually
The first few miles, I stopped breathing hard and my legs quit hurting. This is different though. Most places you're in the woods 99% of the time. Here it looks like you kind of have some open field trails, which is different. Like I said, I don't see this very often. Oh, look at the groundhog. He's following the trail. That's awesome. Gotta love nature. Yellow, stay left. And like I said, I rode this yesterday. So a lot of this is gonna be the pasture for a minute, which is pretty cool. Get some sun. Just a relaxing pasture ride. I'm enjoying the sun. It's around 10:30 in the morning, about 68 degrees. Sun's out now, start warming up. That's fun. Got the S turns. This is two-way traffic. This is just gonna do a loop and then bring you back to that two-way sign. And then we're gonna go left because you don't want to go back the way you just came. It's a one-way that way. We're going to take the left. And these go to like a These trails are a pine area, but you can smell the pine. It's always nice going through areas that have the pine. I love the smell of it. Not sure which way to go. Which they both lead, I think. Such a nice scenery through here. To my right, it just drops off pretty far, and then you have a nice river. I don't know if you guys can see that, how steep it is. But it's such nice. You don't want to go off right here. You'll go down. You don't want to go down there. Not that way anyway. It wouldn't be hard to take that too fast, and there you go, right off the edge. My legs are just now getting warmed up. When they stop hurting, that's when I know I'm good. They always hurt to begin with. You just gotta deal with it. I ride a lot, so gotta deal with it for a second. And once they go numb, you're good to go. Looks like you could go either way. Okay. So even though I rode this one yesterday, I'm not trying to beat anybody's record. Like I said, I will be doing speed runs probably eventually on trails, but I have a lot more miles to ride today, so I'm not trying to push my limits. I got to go to 2 more trails, so I'm just taking it mild. I mean, we're not going slow, we're cruising, but I'm just not trying to, you know, push myself as hard as I can. I don't want to miss out on the next 2 trails today. This hill we're kind of climbing right now, this is really fun on the other day where you go the opposite way. You can get some good speed on this. I was cruising down this thing. That sun is getting hot. I'm not sure what the temperature is supposed to be today, but I think it's supposed to be warmer than yesterday. I think yesterday was like 73 high. Today maybe around 80. Get a drink. Looks like we could go either way. Let's go this way. Oh wow, this is the handlebar catcher through here. This is very narrow. Whew. Bobbing and weaving these trees right now. Ooh, we even missed the rock. Check that out. Yeah, it would not be hard to catch your pedal or your handlebars on one of these trees. I mean, we're cruising through here. I mean, we're not going slow. We're just making it on through. I could definitely go faster, but there's no need. Bumps. So far it's only been a couple mild climbs, nothing crazy. A little bit of downhill here and there. The other way, I think it gets more flowy. I'm gonna say probably the other direction is more flowy, because I rode this yesterday, but also the trail's not done yet either, so I'm not sure. But I do know the section we have rode so far, if you were to ride that the other way, it's definitely more flowy. Okay, so it looks like red would be right and left. So I'm gonna assume, yes, this way right here. That was actually kind of confusing, but here's the arrow. I kind of narrowed it down because we're supposed to be on yellow and those other two directions say left and right, red. So we just got to keep turning. I would say that's the only confusion here so far. I didn't have any trouble yesterday. Very well marked. That was the only section I had to actually stop and think for a second. So just make sure you narrow it down. Don't go both of the other ways with the red. That was a little slippery. So now we're getting into a little bit of flowy. Couple small climbs. You could easily keep your speed up a little bit through here and you won't really have to pedal much up those hills. So just try to keep your speed a little bit up and you won't have any problem. You won't have to really pedal up these. Woo! That was slippery. We went off a little bit. We saved it though, somewhat. Clip my pedal on a root right there. Whew. Took that pretty fast. That was a fun obstacle. So there's definitely nothing too hard about this trail. I would say it's a little bit above beginner, and the only reason why I say that is stamina plays a big role in it. So if you ain't rode in a while, you might not make it all the way, or you might get tired, need extra breaks, you know, due to just it being a little under 6 miles, or I think it's 6.4, I could be wrong. but it's not hard due to the trail itself isn't that hard.
Yeah, guys.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Woohoo, we drifted that perfect. I hope I went the right way. Oh, I did. I see the yellow arrow. Ooh, our first little bit of mud. It's a little bit slippery. There are some sharp drop-offs here, and I mean, I showed you one back there, and I mean, there's a few of them, a couple. So if you are a new rider or you know, fairly new to trails or anything like that, always ride a trail the first time half speed. I've already learned my lesson in trying to go fast, never seeing the trail before, and wiped out. So it's always good to ride it half speed or comfortable speed first, kind of get familiar with the trail, and then, you know, maybe push your limits a little bit. But I don't care how advanced a rider is, there's always that turn. You know, you can be riding your whole life, all it takes for you not to know something, you know, due to never riding the trail, and you're going 20 feet down. So that was the end of the trail. It was well marked, and at the end of it this way, they even have right here where looks like you can put your bike up there. They got some tools hanging, air pump, so that's pretty neat if you need to do anything to your bike. And it is directional, so that's where we come out over here. If you were going in red, you would go in right there, and then you go all the way back this way, and it will take you back to the other entrance, which was yellow. So there's the truck. So yeah, that was a fun trail. Hope you guys enjoyed.
So I just rode Wahlfield Park in Michigan trails, and I had it in time warp, and I didn't mean to. And there's no way to transfer that back into real speed. So I'll just tell you guys a little about it. There's no major steep climbs. There's a couple like decent climbs, but nothing major. It's well built, like for a blue trail, I would say. So there are hills and elevation, but they're like, you go up a little bit, turn, you're on flat again, then you go up a little bit more. Like, they keep it in increments, so you're not just climbing one steep hill. I mean, it's a blue trail. A beginner could probably ride here if they had a decent amount of stamina. I think it's a little under 6 miles. There are some flowy sections that are pretty fun. There's route sections. There's really no rocks. There's a couple obstacles to go over, some logs, stuff like that. But the rootiness, there's a couple turns that go up, and there's some roots. So that's about the hardest it gets here. It's just a little rooty sections. So other than that, I mean, it's pretty mild, and it's a fun place. So if you're anywhere near, come check it out.